episode 930, I Can't Do It.
Moms, it's time to rediscover, rejuvenate, and renew who you are in mind, body, and spirit. Welcome to Create Your Now, Your Best Selfie, the show to help you do just that. Here's your host, certified life coach, personal trainer, and nutritionist, Christiane Wargo.
Staring at a stop sign, watching people drive by.
Happy day. It is Friday. That means it's Confession Day. And you know what? At Confession Day, we like to have a lot of fun. And here we're going to talk about I Can't Do It. It's going to be fun. It may get a little bit raw and maybe get you a little kind of nauseated in your tummy because I really want you to think about a few things. But I promise you, you're going to come out on the other side feeling extremely awesome. So you're going to want to stay tuned. For those of you who are brand new to Create Your Now, welcome to this incredible family. I'm so delighted of your presence. If you already haven't had the opportunity, you'll want to head on over to createyournow.com where you can learn more and sign up for the Kisses newsletter, the Keep It Simple Strategy Everyday Solutions to live, love, and impact. With Confession Day, you all know that I just kind of let it all hang out. And I hope, honestly, that your week has been just really a blessing to you. But maybe it hasn't all been a blessing. Maybe you've had kind of some hurdles to jump over, under, through, big brick walls that just feel like they're just not coming down. Maybe you're trying to juggle too many things. School is around the corner already for some people. How crazy is that? I feel like we just started summer and now we're talking school. I can't do that. Well, that's a statement that a lot of us say a little bit too often. We don't like to do things we're not good at. So throughout the day, we say, I can't do it. I just can't do it. How do you determine what you can and can't do in your life? Have you thought about that? And no, it has nothing to do with your calendar. It's not about saying, no, this doesn't fit my season. I'm not talking about that. I'm saying where you're looking at an option. Maybe you're thinking, I want to start a business, or I'm ready to quit my corporate job and go to full-time, staying at home and working this business. But then you get second thoughts. You're like, I can't do that. I'm crazy to be thinking about that. So how do you determine what you can and can't do? Do you have some sort of checklist that you use? Is it based on past experiences? Or maybe it's based on past failures. Or it could be your skills and talents that you've acquired over the years and your schooling that maybe mom or maybe you're still paying on those loans currently right now. Regardless, how do you determine it? I don't think that's a question we've ever answered. I know for me, early in my life, when I would use the phrase, I can't do it, I don't know how I would answer that question because I didn't think about it. I didn't really have this set of rules or certain ways that it had to make things work. I just kind of took the situation, looked at it, analyzed it accordingly, and then would figure out, well, can I do it or can't I do it? Well, I can't do it. It's a very strong statement that gives no room for success. Think about it. I can't do it. It's the quicksand in your life that doesn't let you even try new things. You know, when my children say this, it makes me boil on the inside. I don't get really upset about a lot of things. I pretty much have a good amount of patience most of the time. However, when someone says I can't do it, I'm real quick. Immediately my thought is, well, why can't you? Why can't you? When I was growing up, that would be my father's response to me. Well, why can't you do that? Nothing's impossible. Come on, think about this. Think this through. And I'm like, okay, I'll think about it. I can't do it. That would be, and also it'd be an easy cop-out, right? Because I don't want to think about it. I don't want to try. Because if I try, maybe I'll fail. And then what happens is the fear comes into it. So when my children say I can't do it, it makes me cringe. And I begin to boil on the inside. They say it and I say it. But when they say it, I begin questioning them, just like my dad did to me. And it's not to attack them, that, oh, come on, you're better than this. You don't say that phrase. It wasn't that. It was getting them to recognize the real reason why they're saying, I can't do it. What's the sticking point? What is the hurdle they're facing? What and how can they, remove the overwhelm or the fear, whatever they're in, that emotion maybe that they're feeling. There's a lot of things that go into our thoughts that until we begin to stop long enough in our busyness, and way back when I was growing up, we didn't have any kind of busyness like we do now. I mean, I was busy, but I wasn't chaotic busy like I am now. And sometimes we're just chaotic busy so we can beat the next person out at it. We want to say, oh, I'm busier than you, right? I mean, it sounds good. Oh, how are you doing? Oh, I'm busy. Might as well be saying I can't do it. Either way. So I really asked them these questions like, what's a sticking point? What's your reason behind you saying this? And usually in the discussion, they discover that there are a few more steps they can take. But it's definitely possible. So the I can't do it, well, we just let those 4 words roll off the tip of our tongues as if it's our mantra. Is that your mantra in your life? Is that how you respond? Whatever you want to go after, you get a little information and then it's, I can't do it. You leave no room to explore other options or different perspectives or creative strategies. Nope, you're just thinking, I can't do it. I just can't do it. I found myself in this situation this week. And all the what ifs in my life were just truly becoming overwhelming. They just were, I just felt like it was like a huge oak tree. And I just had all these what ifs dangling. And not that they've gone away, but I'm dealing with them. And it hasn't been necessarily an easy week. But they were up there and I just found myself just like, okay, I can't do it. I can't do it. I was in this slump. And the harder I tried to change the course, the deeper I sank. I can't do it. It was a cop-out. Honestly, it really was. Because I knew either way, no matter what was going on with all the what ifs, it didn't matter what if I took out of the big, huge oak tree. I was going to have to do something because of that what if. So it was going to require a response from me. That means I could do it ultimately. When you think I can't do it, it leads to I won't do it. You're done. End of story. It's not the end of the story. You have to change the story. And that's your KISS, the Keep It Simple strategy. Change the story. And the story that surrounds your situation. I'm not talking about your life story. I'm talking about this particular situation. Whatever it is, whether it deals with your business, whether it deals with finances, whether it deals with your marriage, whether it deals with a child, whether it deals with schooling, you want to go back to school. Maybe it deals with circumstances in your church. Maybe it deals with your health. Whatever the situation is that you are in, you have to change the story. And it's not that hard. Number 1, look for hope. When you say I can't do it, you have just extinguished all hope. Boom! Have you ever watched a fire being put out? And how the blast of that water comes out, the pressure. I can't even remember. I do remember talking to a firefighter I'm talking years ago. I was with my youngest, who is Grayson, and he's now a 7th grader. I have to think about this because, school and changing grades. Anyway, so he's a 7th grader now. But this was when he was way back in preschool. So he was a young little thing. And we took all the preschoolers to the firehouse. And it was awesome. And I was one of those, parent volunteers, like, I'll go, because I enjoy those kind of field trips. It's just, I really do. And I love to watch the kids and see the reaction. And it keeps me young and it keeps me connected. And so they were talking about it. And in talking to the children, they also mentioned some crazy number that was the pounds that comes, how that pressure comes out of that hose. Well, that's what happens when you say, I can't do it. You have just extinguished all hope as if you're putting out a fire. You got to look on the bright side. Got to have that attitude check. Don't be so quick to poo-poo on yourself. Seriously. That's what you're doing. You're going, I'm not going to do it. So, poo-poo, go. Yeah, I'm done. So look for hope. Number 2, entice curiosity. I love this one. Go and search for another way, other possibilities. This reminds me of Christmas. I know we're not to Christmas yet, but if we're already thinking the beginning of school, we're going to blink and we're going to be shopping for Christmas. And some of you have already gone shopping for Christmas. That may be a little too crazy for me because I haven't even made my list. But if you're that far ahead and you have a lot of time on your hands, get in touch with me because then maybe you can help me with my list and maybe I would be ahead of schedule. But it reminded me of Jesus' birth. When the wise men came to visit and they got word that the king was going to search them out because they wanted to know where this Messiah was because they wanted to kill him. And so the three wise men were like, well, we can't go the way we came. We have to go another way. They went in search for another way, other possibilities. Entice curiosity. Go out and search. Number 3, write the conclusion before it happens. Envision achievement and success. You getting there, you doing it. I did it. That makes for a great story. Your story. Don't cop out with the mantra that stops you before you've even given yourself a chance. Maybe you want help to change the story. Click on the link, Take Aim. I have a free gift for you. It's a complimentary coaching call. It's free. You get to talk to me. Yes, the one who you're hearing now. I'm not some crazy person who is different than who you are listening to now. No, I'm that person. I would love to come beside you because there are other ways to formulate a statement that reflects where you are, yet keeps you moving forward. You know, maybe you are in the quicksand right now. Maybe you're even worse and you're in the quicksand, which was located actually in a swamp. And you've been there for a while. And you're like, Christiane, there's no way I can climb out of this. Oh, yes, there is. And I'm happy to be there and give you my hand and help you. Click on that link. That'll begin our conversation. We'll set up a time so we can chat. Change the story. It's no longer I can't. Go out for the help. Go be curious and write the conclusion before it happens. Because you know what? One step at a time leads to miles of greatness. I love you so very much. I cannot wait to see you on the other side. Blessings, hugs, and lots of love. We'll talk to you real soon. Bye-bye.
Feeling inspired, ready to train for life, and love your journey? Visit CreateYourNow.com for more incredible resources to help you along the way. We'll see you next time on Create Your Now, Your Best Selfie. And remember, always be sure you consult your physician before beginning any health and fitness plan.